Lagos state government don dey cry already. Why? Because the federal port authority say they wan shift operational focus from Lagos port to Warri port. They say cargo no dey move freely for inside Lagos, say, and congestion dey too much. Now, the special adviser to Governor Sanwu-Olu on transportation and logistics, wey be Adekoya Hassan, he don criticize the port authority, their policy. He say the problem no be for Lagos, e dey. Say the problem lie in the policy of the port authority. Say Lagos no get any problem. But me and you know say Lagos don benefit well, and many Lagosians don criticize other tribe wey dey inside Lagos. Say make dem go back to their where dem come from. Say they are not Lagosians. They don say make dem pursue many people from Lagos. Now opportunities don come like this. Many people wan move their business from Lagos to other region, and I don begin cry. Wetin be the problem of some Yoruba people? No be only Lagos get the monopoly of economic development. Allow other tribes to benefit. Allow Warri to develop. Allow Akwa Ibom to develop. Allow other states to benefit from wetin dey go on. This other state wey you say make dem no carry this port go, you dey benefit from their oil. Oil wey dey come from south, especially from Delta state, dey at least contribute significantly to the money wey Nigeria dey spend. So e no be bad thing if that thing wey una dey enjoy for Lagos, if you go other places. I know say Lagos na cash cow for politicians. I know say Lagos na where they dey generate money wey they go take win election. So moving that port from Lagos to Warri, it means say many people no go see money. Yes, but they don't benefit. So make they allow other tribe to enjoy. The same people wey don lambast other tribe, say make they go back to their region. Say Lagos no be their land. The same people don dey cry. Say they wan move operational focus from Lagos port to Warri port. Me, I welcome this development. Anything go happen, make it happen. No be only Lagos go benefit from wetin dey go on for Nigeria.
Over the years, sensible Nigerians have been asking, why is it that it is only Lagos seaport that is functioning? And they have been giving us flimsy excuses. The seaport is the only deep one. The one in River State is not deep. The one in Bayelsa is blah blah blah. The one in Delta State, monkey dey chop baboon. The one in Akwa Ibom, the one in Cross River. Flimsy excuses. Now it will appear that a reasonable person, a patriotic Nigeria, inside Nigeria Port Authority, have decided to do the right thing. And guess what? Lagos state government is running helter-skelter. Why is Lagos state government running helter-skelter now? Criticizing the move by the Nigerian Port Authority to open the seaport in Delta states. Why are they running around? Before now, Lagos state government had turned Nigerians into servitudes, turned Nigerians into beggars. Every step they will tell you, go back to your states. Everything you do in Lagos, they say, go back to your state. It is not a must. When a copper complained that Lagos was smelling, they told him, go back to your state. Your filthy state, go back. You must not stay in Lagos. Truth, everybody must not stay in Lagos. But the Constitution of Nigeria guarantees the freedom of movement anywhere for any Nigerians. If you come to Lagos, Lagos has monopoly over certain economic infrastructure, national infrastructures. Lagos have an undue advantage. And we have been saying, this practice of Lagos, giving Lagos monopoly, it does not allow national development. Lagos is one of the reasons why Nigeria has refused to develop. Lagos is the reason. Now, Nigerian Port Authority are saying, we want to open Delta State ports. And an aide of the governor is on the media crying wolf, saying no, the reason that there is traffic, there is congestion in Lagos seaport is because the policy of Nigerian Port Authority is bad, blah 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 blah. How can a country develop when it's cheaper to bring goods from China to Lagos than from Lagos taking the same goods container from Lagos down to Onitsha? How can a country develop in such situation? When you bring goods into Lagos seaport, you will spend sometimes weeks before you move it out of seaport, and that is cost, because the owner of the truck, if the truck is going to stay 1 week, 2 weeks, inside Lagos just to go into the port and come out. The owner of the truck is going to charge you for that amount of time spent. After which you now talk about moving the goods down southeast. And Nigeria Port Authority said that over 60% of all the containers that come into Lagos, over 60% end up in Onitsha and Aba. Why? When we have Delta State seaports. Why? And this is the same Lagos State government that was complaining the other day, saying that this thing has damaged their roads, their infrastructure, that it is under heavy pressure from these trucks. Now, Nigeria Port Authority, the government says, let us remove the pressure. They are jumping around. Is it not obvious that this deliberate act to keep only Lagos seaport functional is an economic sabotage by certain powers in Lagos, certain vested interest in Lagos? That is why only Lagos seaport is functioning. That is the reason. Now they are crying, saying the policy. How can a country that have about up to 7 seaports choose to operate one that increases the cost of goods and services? How can a country do that? And such a country is trying to develop. It's not feasible. So now, and if you watch Lagos State government, Nigeria is overdue to remove some of this monopoly, international airport and seaport. The way Lagos government is moving these days, the rascality is too much. The arrogance is too much. It is now official policy in Lagos that after some time, government of Lagos State will move into the street and start demolition. They now do demolition with joy. They don't see the citizen as their customers. Whereas citizens are supposed to be seen as customers. Business people are supposed to be seen as customers. The state is supposed to do a lot to attract them. But what does Lagos State government? They punish people who come to their state to bring development. You can be sleeping at night in your house and they start demolition. Inside the house that you and your family is sleeping, Lagos State will start demolishing such house. With you and your family inside the building. The arrogance and rascality is too much. So it's time to decongest, to decentralize the seaport and the airport. Let's see if this rascality and arrogance will continue. At least people who are forced to stay in Lagos can now quietly leave Lagos. Because people who are into clearing and forwarding, they have no option. They are forced to stay in Lagos. Because they have no option. People who are traveling, they are forced to come to Lagos. They don't have option. And the Lagos State government treats their citizens, especially those who are not from non-indigenous of Lagos, they treat them like beggars. They oppress them. So it is long overdue that we decentralize the seaport, so that when this arrogance starts, people can quietly take their investment out of Lagos. Government is supposed to do everything possible to attract investment and not to punish people. You can be in your shop and you get a call. They have started demolishing your house. You come there, they will demolish the whole thing. And miscreants, criminals will loot your property. And there's nothing you can do. Why? Because of the arrogance of Lagos. They will give you approval. Collect your money. And the person that gives you approval will leave office. Another person will come and tell you that the approval was faulty and demolish your building. Or they ask you to pay again so that they will leave your building. The impunity is too much. So Lagos State government should come and tell us why they are fighting the move to decentralize Nigeria seaport. They should come and tell us. Are they the one that have been frustrating seaport outside Lagos? Let them tell us. Because it is no longer funny. Those who have been responsible for this move should be arrested and tried for economic sabotage. That is what we call economic sabotage. Where you do everything possible to make sure that all critical infrastructure outside your state, that they are not functional. Nice one by Nigeria Port Authority. Let's see if that rascality, because if you notice, it is only Lagos that demolish people's property with joy these days. And why? Because of this monopoly. It's time to put an end to those monopoly. Let's see if some people will have senses.
Well, this is one of the things I will openly applaud the Nigerian Port Authority for making these very decisive steps towards giving Nigeria and Nigerians the very best. I lived in Lagos State for many years. I can tell you, those days when I was going to school, commuting through Apapa and Tinkan, you have to pray in the morning. First of all, pray. You are not praying make traffic no day. You are praying make you no buy, make you no get accident for road. You know what I mean? At the time, I started to think that probably is intentional by the government of the day not to repair the road, not to, make the road motorable so that there will be free flow of traffic or even dualize the road and all of that. I started seeing it from that light, from the lenses of, calculated plans and attempts to keep focus only on Lagos State, continual traffic in that very location, so that Agberos will also find it very easy to extort, trailer drivers and all of that, while keeping other parts of Nigeria, underdeveloped and in chains. Whether you like it or not, this very step NPA has taken will bring significant development in the Warri region, not just in the Warri region, but the entire Niger Delta, the entire southeast and south area, because the Warri Port complex is located at the complex waterways of the Niger Delta. So when operation begins to get to the peak, so many businessmen, so many importers whose businesses are located in the southeastern part of Nigeria will in preference choose Warri Port complex, yes, to bring down their cargoes, their containers down to the east, because from Warri to Abia State, from Warri to Anambra State, from Warri to Enugu State, and major other cities around the southeastern part of Nigeria, I think it will also reduce the cost and the prices of commodities, because the moment you run away from bringing your containers from Lagos State down to the east, that very money that would have been spent on transportation will be saved significantly. All you need to worry about is now, because the distance has been reduced, you understand, if not significantly, but at least a little. So the cost of moving your containers from the port to your business location will no longer be, exorbitant. It will no longer be skyrocketed or skyrocketing as it has always been when you have to move from Lagos State down to the southeastern part of Nigeria or to the south. So it's a welcome development. I don't know why the Lagos State government is criticizing Nigerian Port Authority. That very criticism is seemingly aligning with the public opinion that Lagos State has been designed to keep other parts of Nigeria underdeveloped. And this puzzles me further to say that if you decentralize Nigeria national assets, within a twinkle of an eye, in less than 10 years, other parts of Nigeria will experience economic growth. Diversification will create jobs. It will reduce cost of the prices of commodities and all of that. But instead, the government of the day will always keep a deaf ear to all of that. So I commend the Nigerian Port Authority. I commend the current government of Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I hope that you guys do not go back to go and reverse this very step, because I know what politics can do in this country, Nigeria. We play a lot of dirty politics in Nigeria. Therefore, I sincerely hope that this very step has come to stay. As always, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Another person, Siam. God bless you.
This is a state that tell other people go and develop your state. And now Lagos State government rejects just 20% operative license and permission that we want to give to Warri and Rivers State. Lagos State government is fighting Rivers State, is fighting Warri seaport, and then say their seaport is not sea enough to carry cargoes. Their seaport is not sea enough to carry goods, but it is seaport enough to export oil. But ship come that side to carry oil to other nations. But ship that carry goods cannot arrive in Warri because Lagos State government does not want other seaports to develop, because it will affect their own economy. And these are the same people who will tell you go and develop your state. Speak to your governors to develop their state, and they know that they are the ones to give you license. They are the ones to give you power, authority to do key development in your state. A governor does not have the right to build seaport, international airport. The federal government must give them permission, and that is why the Minister of Aviation is from their side. The Minister of Aviation is from their side. Those key ministers come from their side, from their own region. But other ministers can come from other region, because they don't want other region to be developed. And we have governors, we have youth, we have indigenous of this state, so-called Delta state, that they say they are South. And they told them they are not Igbo, and they accept it. And they told them that Igbos is their enemy, and they accept it. And now federal government is considering to give Warri Seaport 20% operative license. And a governor from another state, a government from another state is fighting it, and their own government keep calm. They are mad people everywhere. Their own government, their own governor keep calm. This is an insult to the people of Delta State. This is an insult to the people of River State. Mad people. You sit and watch another government, another governor kicking against a development, infrastructure, economic development to your own state. Then say your own seaport is not seaport enough. It's not sea enough to carry cargoes. And you people sat watching a man from another region. Probably, I can tell you, the Lagos State governor have never traveled anywhere. The only place he knows is Lagos. And he is determining what will happen in Warri, in Delta State. Oye producing state. A governor in Lagos is determining what will happen in the Delta State. Nobody is talking about it.
Lagos State is not happy that NPA is moving operations out of Lagos, and that they should stay in Lagos and correct structural flaws in their own operations. That was his argument. Where do you stand?
Ruben, I listened to the argument. I listened yesterday. But the question is this: why must Lagos monopolize everything? That's the biggest question that we should answer. And what happens to the investment in the southern parts, all the ports in the southern parts of the country?
Thank you.
For example, I've just mentioned the Ocean Terminal. That port can receive any vessel in the world, except the owner of the cargo says, I don't want my vessel to go there. Because some of us make mistakes measuring supports that are not in existence. We talk of, for example, in data, you talk of Cocoa Port, Warri Port, Sapele Port, Forcados Port. Actually, shipping operations started in Nigeria in the year 1472 in Forcados. Then the draft of that port was almost 24 meter. But today, the draft of that place is about 6 point something meter. A few years ago, arrangement was made to build an ocean port in Warri, but it didn't come to pass. So Lagos must not be seen. I'm not against Lagos, but why must Lagos monopolize it if investments were done in all these places to receive cargo go round? Let the position of the cargo be decided by the importer.
Good day to our viewers all over the world, and welcome back to Local Journal. I don't know the reason why the Lagos state government is agitated over the Warri port and the fact that the NPA wants to shift some of its operation to Warri. This is something that Nigerians should be celebrating, because Lagos state is not the only state in Nigeria, and our seaport should not just be based in Lagos. Other states have seaports, and it should be functioning, not just congesting Lagos state and putting everything there. Decongest Lagos and go to other states so that other regions can benefit from this too. Lagos state is somehow coming off as trying to monopolize this whole thing, because I don't know the reason why they are feeling so agitated over this thing. I think the owners of the goods should determine whichever port they want to ship their goods to, and it shouldn't be determined by Lagos state trying to kind of enforce their will on the whole of Nigerians. They benefited massively from the fact that so many government agencies are domiciled in Lagos already. So why are they trying to put this whole port thing in Lagos as well? Why are they against decentralizing this port stuff? decentralizing the seaport and making other regions to benefit from this? Do you want other seaports that are in other regions to be like kind of stagnated and non-functional? It's not making any sense at all, because I don't see the sense in them trying to like kind of stop this whole thing. I understand that they're trying to preserve their revenue and all, but the revenue is not just meant for Lagos State, because the people importing these goods to Nigeria are all Nigerians and they are not from Lagos State. Most of them, or majority of them, are not from Lagos State. So why should Lagos State want the port thing and the only working seaport in Nigeria to be domiciled in Lagos State alone? And why are they against the one that they want to reopen Warri? It's not making any sense at all. The Lagos State needs to understand that it is time for other states to also benefit from what they've been benefiting, and it's not meant for only Lagos State alone. This is my own opinion on this. Kindly drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.